Welcome back everybody to the Floor Gang. I'm Sixto and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. Like I said, I'm trying to get back into the order of things because, things haven't been really great lately. As I mentioned in my last video, which was the kind of update that was missing about my YouTube analytics, which was supposed to be posted a month ago and also like this time around. I've done a 2-in-1 video because there was a lot of things going on and I haven't been able to post whatever the hell I wanted to post, and pretty much that affected the whole situation of the channel. But yeah, it's just fresh, it's brand new, so it's not really that crazy, but anyway, it happened. So like I said in that video, I will be doing a little bit of deep dive in a separate video to try to really get the whole situation, out there. The point of this is basically because I do think that this whole thing will be part of every other YouTuber's journey, especially if you're trying to start up fresh. You will hit these kind of hurdles. And I think it's important to understand that even though they come right at you, you just have to face them and, you try to find a way to get onto the other side. Since I was mentioning the last video that I made, the update of the situation, the analytics, and so forth, there's another thing that I have missed that I was supposed to basically upload every single month, and that is my very own cringe report. I decided to do this because obviously I'm in a beginning phase. Even though I have tried before to do a lot of things on YouTube, most of those, maybe even all of them, if I just think about it, they were just faceless channels. And even with those faceless channels, there were moments where I said, well, I don't like the way that I speak. I don't like my voice, the rhythm, anything, Those things are obviously something that I want to improve. And when I created this channel, I mentioned the fact that I am trying to look at whatever it is out there online through the critical view of the viewer. Because I'm also a viewer and I watch a lot of YouTube content, obviously I'm thinking, well, watching this video, I think this should be done a certain way or this way or that way. This would have been better. And it's all about my own preference. I'm trying to keep things in check and not to be really crazy about them. So yeah. I'm trying also to take a look at my own videos through the same kind of lens and, see what exactly is it that I don't really like at my content if I was a different person, a different viewer, and I had absolutely no idea who the hell this guy is, So obviously, it's a way of taking a critical look at myself and what I was doing in the past month, basically, and, trying to be conscious about it and improve it in the future. This whole cringe situation is, well, this whole setup. I mean, because it's in the beginning, it's a little bit crazy for me. Right now, just like in the previous video, I just mentioned the fact that I'm part of the new Floor Gang here on YouTube, which was created by PewDiePie a long time ago, and now I'm the proud new member, maybe even the president of it, which I know it sounds stupid, but it's part of the cringe content. And the whole situation here is the fact that I have a few ideas, but I don't really know exactly what to do, so I am still trying to figure out things. I know this, what you're seeing right now, is not the best kind of situation, it's not the best kind of set or decor, but yeah, I'm trying to get things through basically in the simple way that they're available to me. So right now this is the situation that it is available, so this is what I'm doing. Sitting on the floor, not having a nice set or decor, like I said, around me. The reason that I'm mentioning this is because this exact thing is what you're going to see in the video that I'm showing. I tried many different things across the years and I was expecting for basically magic to happen at some point, and I was trying to imagine how would that look, when it will happen, and basically thinking that overnight I'm gonna be one of the biggest YouTube sensations ever. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Now, just so you can understand exactly what's going on, well, in this video is not really that much. I had an idea and I wanted to talk about it, and I was trying to find a place in my house where I could have a good situation going on around, good set, good decor, whatever. And it was good, but, it is my own idea to have this kind of look being shown on camera. But yeah, every single thing around me is reflected in the glasses. So yeah, this is a little bit problematic because I am trying to be as critical as possible. I don't think I can eliminate this, but you can see the chaos that is around me with the glasses. Also, is the fact that, again, I'm trying to go for a certain look, but I haven't been paying attention to a lot of things. Not only that, but because of a lot of other things that are going on, and, being tired because of this and that. I haven't really gotten to do things the way that I should have done, and I can see that a lot of my clothing has a lot of cat hair because I just didn't brush it off. Even though it's not necessarily the end of the world here, it's something that I noticed, and I said, why the hell didn't I do it? So yeah, point proven, you don't really see some of the things until it's way too late. Also, I don't really think is that noticeable, but yeah, I mentioned in some of my previous videos the super loud noise that my laptop started to make because for months now it had a problem where one of the cooler went busted and it was going like absolute crazy. And because of the situation and because it was supposed to be quite a lot of money, to kind of fix the problems, or at least that's what I thought in the beginning, I just postponed that. But eventually it's fixed and it was way less than expected. I'm going to jump a little bit ahead, basically to the last video that I have made and posted on my channel before just going back to the old things and the video that was made during this whole crazy period, which was a 30-minute rant about things that were happening. Well, that's the video that I filmed in my car.
It's crazy. It's so crazy that I'm looking right now, and another stupid thing is like, you see this beard is just grown right now, and I wanted to take care of this regularly, and yeah, my camera just fell. Looking at the lens, and it might be busted.
It is crazy because I have tried to keep things in order, but because everything was chaos, I didn't really even taking care of myself, and I was really giving myself weird looks for what happened in this video because my beard was looking like crazy. Also, this is the kind of video that I don't really want to make on my channel, but I made it and put it out there. It was quite a, tricky situation, and I wanted to get some things off my chest, and that's exactly what I did. But, I made a long video. I didn't have a script. I didn't have any kind of order in my head with all the ideas that I wanted to put out there. So this is basically part of the problem. This is where I think this could be problematic. So in terms of checking on my content, yeah, I don't really want to repeat this on my channel. Even though I'm going to be probably in this situation a lot more, even though I'm going to be talking about these kind of aspects, I really want to get back to the things where everything is basically in order, where I have a script or at least a few bullet points to basically keep things in order and not go off the rails, because I'm going to just be talking and talking and talking and talking and just keep missing the point, and I'm just going to digress to a whole other subject, and God knows where that video is going to go. But yeah, the most important thing that I want to show you is this. Terrible how this situation looks right now. I'm not going to show you everything, but yeah, I made a decision to actually present something to you, which is basically my very own interpretation of the famous ramen soup. Here is what I am doing based on my own preference. So yeah, you can follow that or maybe adjust according to your own preference. So this one right here, it's one of my personal favorites, is a Caribbean style type of condiment that mixes salt, pepper. It's my first recipe on YouTube. For a little bit of context so that you can understand what the hell is going on, I was planning to do a lot of things on YouTube. Now, didn't really think that I was going to do them all at once, but this was part of me trying to see what the hell is going on. The idea was simple. grow out a channel, get to a certain level, and eventually start doing things that I liked. But also do them in a certain way that they're really good to show on YouTube. I have tried to do quite a lot of things, and I have thought about how should I do this kind of video, and it was a lot of trial and error. The problem is the final product, well, I put it out there, but it's not something that I am really satisfied with. I have made this video longer than it should be. Not only that, but just like in other videos, I'm talking way too much. This is a thing that I'm trying to fix, but there's some videos where I am supposed to talk because of the situation. However, well, there are videos where that's not necessarily the case. And it would be way better to just have a few short points, put them out there, and just show exactly what I have to show, the real interesting footage, which I didn't really do. Also, if you take a look at what the hell I'm presenting here, it's not the best quality video that you will ever see. And yeah, in my head, things were even better, but in reality, that turned out to be, well, I don't really want to say it. Even though I had a few plans of, posting a couple of things about making food or having food videos in the future, well, this kind of proved to me that I still have to learn a lot of things. I will not be going to tackle this whole situation, and this video was pretty good for me because, I have a lot of ideas and I want to put them out there. But the situation is, I don't know exactly how they're going to look. Now, because I have done this, it's miles away from what I had in my head. And because of this, well, I really have to refine this if I ever going to do this in the future. And this is basically the most important thing that I want to underline when it comes to trial and error on YouTube and doing things to see if they're good or not. This video in particular had a lot of problems. Me talking way too much, not really showing good quality image, not really finding the perfect shot, messing around with my setting, not being able to use focus as I should, not being able to see the fact that the lighting was absolutely messed up in some of the shots, and also I was not able to find a way based on the surroundings to really focus on the quality of the image that I should have delivered to an audience. So I was trying to do everything as best as I could given the situation, but I didn't really have a set plan for it. And yeah, maybe with a little bit more consideration, with a little bit more thought being put on in the whole process, things could have looked better. So to sum up all the things that happened here, like I said, it's been a crazy period. A lot of things happened, and I wasn't able to really put out there all the videos that I wanted to do. But hopefully, right now, I'm back on track. And I just showed you that even though in this kind of crazy situation, things could be possibly okay. You could post your videos if you have some footage there, but it's just going to be crazy because you're going to think a lot about all the things that you want to do, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Again, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do in the future, and at some point, given the situation, maybe things will be way better and I will have a better possibility to create videos that are way better in quality and deliver them on YouTube to you, the audience. But for now, this is what I'm talking about. I had an idea and I was thinking that I could get something great out of it. I went ahead, thought about how could I do it in my own space, but in the end, things just didn't quite click for me. So basically, this is just going to be a way for me to say, let's go back to the drawing board. Again, even though this is something that I really wanted to do, especially at some point on YouTube, there is a huge chance for me to just drop this forever and ever. And I don't really know exactly what's going on. But, even though you have multiple ideas and you think you could do them, maybe you're not cut out for it. Maybe there's something that doesn't really work for you. And because of that, maybe the content you put out is going to look just like that. It's just going to be, in my opinion, that's going to be terrible. And it's going to just sabotage your whole channel. So yeah, now the things that I just said, combined with the things I showed you, and the last clip that I did based on my own cringe report, I think they kind of underline the fact that there are a lot of things that could go wrong, not as expected. So yeah, it's better to go out there to check how they're doing, to give your own critical opinion as you're just a member of the audience, as you do not know yourself, and see if that's working. If not, take a step back, regroup, think what you can improve, what can you do better, or if even if this is quite bad to say it out loud, maybe it's not worth it. It's all up to you. But this is just like a little behind the scenes way of looking at things and thinking about all of it. So, yeah, hope this is helping somebody in any kind of way, shape, or form. So, yeah, until the very next episode, bye.